Team coverage continues now with Drew Best. He is live for us in Appleton. Drew.
Cami, we're beginning to see some of the post-work rush here at First United Methodist Church in downtown Appleton. The city expects to see around 30 to 35% voter turnout for this election, saying that's a pretty typical range for an August primary. Appleton City Clerk Cami Lynch tells me voters are entering this partisan primary more prepared because we're in a presidential election year. Lynch also says they've had no technical issues or problems with today's primary so far.
It's been steady at the polls. That's our reports from all our polling places. Just steady voters. It seems like voters are understanding their ballot, using the notices for the referendums. So everything's running pretty smoothly today.
As mentioned, voters now have less than 2 hours to get in line and cast their ballot, as the polls will close tonight at 8 p.m. Reporting live in Appleton, Drew Best, Action 2 News.
Thanks, Drew. Voters also deciding on 2 constitutional amendments. If approved, they would require legislative approval before the governor could spend any federal money coming in for disaster relief or any other crisis unless it's already earmarked. Democrats have urged no votes, while Republicans have advocated for yes votes, saying the measure will add more oversight and serve as a check on the governor's powers.
Also watching 2 races for the state assembly where 2 incumbents will face off against each other. This is because of the new legislative maps that were drawn ahead of today's primary election. Representative Elijah Benke has represented the 89th district since 2021. He now faces off against Representative Peter Schmidt for that seat. And in the 55th district, GOP incumbent Nate Gustafson of that district and Michael Schraub, the 53rd district, are competing for that spot as well.